If you've seen the Tory poster of a road of a British flag and the road going down, you can see that it's a bunch of pack of lies. The Conservatives say jobs have been created, and they say also deficit has been halved, which is a total lie. Britain is almost bankrupt, or probably is bankrupt right now. The government doesn't have any money whatsoever, and is borrowing at a rate of 2% per year. Now that 2% doesn't seem much, but there's a hell of a lot to pay back. The Conservative-led government has actually managed to borrow more in 5 years than Labour did in 13 years. Conservatives claim that jobs have been created. Sure, millions of jobs have been created in the private sector, but you've got to look at the jobs that people are doing and the cost of living that people are actually suffering with. 5 million people are earning £7.69 or less. They have rising food prices, rising fuel prices, rising fare prices for buses, trains and trams across the country, adding to the misery for millions of people who depend on public transport to get to work. So, when the Conservatives and Liberal Democrats as a coalition, when they actually promote the green agenda, encouraging people to use public transport, it gets smacked in the face, doesn't it? That if you use public transport, you pay far much more. People are backed into a hole because rail fares are set to increase yet again this month, which is disgusting. We're paying the most for rail fares. Obviously, it's like demand. Obviously, the more people you have in a country, the more costs everything is. And that's why mass immigration is a key issue in British politics. Because obviously, the more people are here, the more prices for food, housing, fuel goes up because it's supply and demand, isn't it? So, first thing we need to do is actually get out of the EU. That was over 100 billion a year. End mass immigration, that will ease the pressure on housing, ease the pressure on schools, ease the pressure on the National Health Service. This is my personal belief. You've actually reduced immigration to 10,000 people a year only, and this will actually got a £50,000, got 50,000 a year because that's too much for the current immigration quota. So 10,000 people a year are allowing, plus any asylum seekers and vulnerable refugees as well, because obviously Britain is a safe haven for refugees, people escaping political persecution. That is important. But for those who are unskilled, skilled workers visiting Europe, if you've got enough plumbers, why the hell do you need more plumbers? It doesn't actually make sense whatsoever. There are also no caps on the minimum wage. I mean, it's criminal. The minimum wage at the moment, it should be £8 an hour. Currently, with the economic recovery we're having, but it's recovery for a few, and that's what I believe in. I'm not a socialist, but that's what it seems like. Millions of hard-working people, not just the poorest people in the land, but the big learners as well. Big learners are struggling as well. If you're a middle-income family, if you're a teacher, or if you're a nurse, etc., it is a struggle. And middle-income earners are struggling harshly because obviously they can't afford to pay the bills, how mortgage is getting more expensive. So everyone is suffering, apart from the very rich, of course. Bankers and the politicians, they're alright, and bureaucrats as well, they're alright. But for the majority of the people in the UK, they are suffering.